Hi, I'm Jerry Drager, Drager's International Classic Sales in Burlington, Washington. We're here at Drager's Clubhouse and I want to show you this vehicle. So I want to talk to you about this 1946 Ford we have here. I bought this out of California. I had a customer up here, found it. He bought a car from the guy and he says, you need to take a look at this car. And I got to tell you, it's a beautiful car. It's had a lot of money spent on it. Notice little things like the windshield here. It's a one-piece windshield on it. Didn't come that way, but they've got a one-piece windshield in there. And you can see in the front end here, they've Frenched the lights in here. They've done quite a bit of work on this thing. The turn signals are down here in the bumpers. Same in the back. They put it in the bumpers. It's all stuff that costs a lot of money and is very subtle looking. Anyway, it's a great driving car. It's got a 350 Chevy in it with a 350 turbo automatic. And I didn't like driving it and in parking it and stuff. We put power steering on it. We just did it. And it really makes a big difference in how this thing runs and drives. It's got a 10-bolt Chevy rear end in it. So it's got all Chevy running gear underneath it and stuff. And it's just a fun car to drive. It looks good. You can just see here how everything looks. And the paint's very nice on this car. I mean, there's probably a couple little spots in it. You know, there's a chip right there. I see right there, but there's not many. And I'll try to show anything I see to you on it, but I don't think I'm going to show you a whole lot. So we got discs on the front, drums on the rear. So you got the good braking system on here. And you can just look how nice this thing is. The paint looks really good on it. I like driving this car. It just runs down the road really nice. Now they took the door handles off. It's got remotes, and you can push the remote to open it, or you can reach through the window like I just did to open it. And look at the interior in this car. The interior is beautiful in here. These door panels here, and the dash and everything. There is no radio in it. It does have air conditioning, and we need to get it charged. So when I bought it, it was blowing cold, but it's not doing it now. But just take a look at that interior. It's really done nice. It's got seat belts too. So and a tilt column. And it's just clean and nice, and the doors close really good on this car. I mean, it's a nice car. It's an above average car. You'll be real happy driving it and owning it. And you just see it just keeps going on here. With look at it. You can just see it's all finished nice. See the same thing here. Here's your turn signals and tail lights right there. These light up also. And it's got a remote in there to open the trunk, which we can do, but right now we're just going around the car. And it's got a third tail light up there on the underneath the window there, so you can see all that. I mean, just look how nice it is. And you notice I'm not pointing anything out and saying, oh, look at this bad spot, or look at this little scratch. Really, this thing's been well cared for. It was just super nice piece. He did a good job finding this car for me. Same thing here. If you had the remote, which is in the ignition, you just reach here and open the door. These little handles here, you got to push them in. They like to stick here, so you got to push them in. Otherwise, it doesn't want to close. But again, you can see the interior from here. You can see they did a nice job building this thing.
You want to talk about the number there?
Oh, yeah.
Tag?
Yeah, so that's another thing. You can see the VIN tag right there. That's not a good VIN in some states. Most states, it's not a problem, but you want to be careful. You want to make sure that your state is fine with it. Here in Washington, it's not a problem. The state of Washington doesn't care, but in a lot of states are that way. Other states, they want it perfect, and they do inspections and everything. So anyway, it's just one of those things you want to make sure you're aware of. Again, you notice how nice the doors close on there? And again, we're walking ahead here. I mean, look at the paint on here. It looks good. You got the Krieger, well, those are American racing wheels on there. And it's got a lot of tires on, rubber on here. They're not fresh or brand new, but they still got a lot of rubber on them. And you can just see there. Yeah, I mean, just look at this thing. It's a good looking vehicle. I think you'll enjoy it a lot. So when we bought this, it had hydraulic rams going from here up to this point here, and they got weak and they wouldn't do it. Anyway, we tried to get some more rams for it, and we never had any good luck getting them. They were putting out too much pressure, and we were worried about bending the hood. So we use this prop right here, and we open it up just because you gotta down here is the release lever, and it's got an inside release also. So you got to do the inside, and you come out here and you push this down, and then you can lift this hood up by yourselves. And it's just a little bit of a hassle to do it, and we wanted to show it to you. You can see this neat. It's got a good look to it. Power steering is right down there, and that's something new we just put on. And we put a power rack underneath the thing too, didn't we?
Yep.
So, and you can see the air conditioner unit there, and here it is here. And again, it's operating in it, but it's just very, very little bit. So it has enough in there to make the air conditioner operate, but not enough Freon in it to make it cold. I just want to show you. But look at the underside of this hood. It's the same way. It's just clean and nice and shiny. The firewall there is all smooth across there and down in there. It all looks good. It's a good looking car. It's been finished really well. You'll be real happy with the finish on it. Let's take a look at the trunk. So the trunk, same thing here. You got to open the door here, and you got to go in here, and it's got a button right here. Is that the button? Yep.
Yep.
So that just works the trunk. And there's your battery right back there. It doesn't have a spare, but it's got a mount for one there. So you can put it in, and it's got these rams on here to open it up. And here's where you put the gas in. It's right here. Yeah, it's just right here. You undo it and put gas in there. So we don't have to worry about. That's the kind of things that they spent some money on doing. Look at the underside of this. They rhino lined the underside of this thing. I don't think we found any rust in this car anywhere.
I don't remember any.
I don't think we found anything. So anyway, it just closes down good. And drive away. Turn the air on. Here you can see the compressor is turning right there and does what it's supposed to, but it needs more Freon in it. Anyway, you can see it runs good. That Chevy runs good. And see the Turbo 350 way down in there. Got a big radiator in it. Anyway, you'll like driving this rig. There's the headlights, low beam, high beam, turn signals. There's the turn signals right there. Both work. Horn works. The wipers, they're useless, but they work. Anyway, are you going to take it out in the rain? I wouldn't. I'd leave it alone that way. So anyway, you can see all that operation. There's the tail lights, brake lights, and see it works up on top there. There's the turn signal. So all the lights work good on this thing. we just got this back from having power steering installed on it. I gotta tell you, it's just cleared.
Put it right here, put it up there. Are you okay on the front end?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it looks good. You're doing good. Perfect. Anyway, this is a super nice car. And why they didn't put power steering on it originally, I don't know. This will work better. You can see the reflection on this side better.
Under this 46 Ford street rod and show you the underside of it. It's really clean under here. It's got a plastic gas tank. I don't know if this is centered, hollowed out like that just for like a baffle. I'd assume that's why that's like that, but just put the tank in two halves kind of thing so the gas doesn't slosh around. But anyway, good rubber on all four corners. The tires are all in good shape. It's got a painted silver differential cover, 10-bolt GM rear end. It's got all GM running gear. I guess it's got you know, 350 Chevy and 350 automatic, and then the differentials Chevrolet as well. So anyway, all the metal is really good in this car. I mean, I don't see anything that looks like it's been patched. The frame's all straight. There's a couple spots where it looks like it's, you know, been hit the bottom of the frame, just bottomed out or something. You can see right there's a little wrinkle right in the frame there. Just a little while, but that's probably just from hitting the bottom of the car, but hitting a bump or something. But anyway, there's not much to show you. I mean, look at how nice those floor pans are. It looks like they've got a little bit of a undercoat texture to them, so I don't know if they've been replaced or if they've been recovered, but they all look in great shape. I mean, the running boards are all in good shape. I don't know if you call it a running board, but that's the rocker, I suppose you'd call that. Same on this passenger side, it's all solid. I mean, there's nothing rotten that I could show you. It's all solid under here. I don't know what this plate is doing here. Somebody attached this here for some reason. It just feels like it's stuck on there. I don't know if that was to cover something up or what, but it doesn't feel like it's hardly attached, but it's there for some reason. Anyway, dual exhaust on here. I don't know if these are Flowmasters or what they are. They sound good, but I can't see any name on them. They might have a name on the top side, but anyway, there's the master cylinder, the brake booster, and it's a stoplight switch right there. And there's a speedo cable. It's got you know, aftermarket gauges and stuff, so it's not, the speedo does not work. Also, I want to show you there's a proportioning valve for the brakes right here too. So there's all that, but I'm just trying to show you how good and solid it is under here. Hopefully I'm not jumping around too much, but you can see the frame's all good and solid. You can see it from the side here too. I don't know if that's a better view or not, but anyway, just there's the bottom of the Turbo 350. It's got, looks like it's painted silver. Got a chrome ring gear cover. And a nice oil pan on the bottom of the motor. Got like fin cover there. You can see it's got a transmission cooler here. And this car had, I think, a non-power rack underneath it. And we had Gino at Altered Velocity, he put a power rack underneath this thing, and it made it such a much nicer driver. It drove good before, but it was just heavy steering, and now it's easy steering. But you can see all this stuff's new. You can see it's all brand new. It's still got the blue grease on it, so it's hasn't even got a chance to get dirty yet. You can see how it's all fresh. You can see all his markings and stuff he put on there. A little bit of a drip there, but we'll just say that was overflow when they put it together. Anyway, it drives super nice now. You can see how, you know, even up in the fenders and stuff, everything's all in good shape up there. Show you the driver's side too. It's kind of the same way. Everything's good and solid. But anyway, here's a different perspective going backwards. You can see the whole thing maybe a little bit better. There's just no rot in here that I can point out. It all looks good. And it's clean. There's no grease buildup anywhere. I mean, the rear end's not caked in grease like a lot of these cars are. But no, this is a good car.
Old Highway 99, Tijuana to British Columbia, Canada. No, the speedometer does not work, and I think you'll see it's disconnected down underneath because it's got a different transmission in it. Stuff. So how fast are we doing right now?
46 on my GPS.
He's doing 46 right now, and it's just cruising along nice. I mean, it's a great driving car. I can't tell you any better, especially since we put the power steering on it. I gotta tell you, what a difference that made. We're going over I-5 right now. We're going to go south on I-5 so you get a chance to see this thing running down the freeway. And Andrew's got his cell phone on its GPS so we can see how fast we're doing.
Guys, get on in.
So how fast are we going right now?
70.
70? Everybody does 75, 80 here sometimes. Speed limit 70. Let's see it. Might close that up, it's a little quieter. And how's it driving for you?
Drives easy, I mean, tracks down the road nice. No hands go over bumps. Anyway.
Now we're coming into my famous corner. We're going from 70 to 20.
It feels good. Going around corners, no body roll or anything. It feels solid that way. I think it's pretty comfortable.
Oh, I know. I've always liked this car.
That's why I should drive to Long Beach.
Yeah.
I think it would make the trip no problem.
200 miles one way. Yeah, this is just a great cruising car. You want something nice, above average, got air conditioning in it, which would be nice if it was working right now, but we'll get that working. So you'll be real happy with it. It's got the tilt column in it. Look how nice this dash is though. All right, see, Andrew just tipped it down for himself there. Oh, looks good. That power window right there. I mean, it's just nice. The finish work on this car, it's really good. It's got a good color combination. Paint is really good. I want to try and do that for you too, is get a video of it going by slow so you can see the reflection. Look how good that thing looks. Wow. Look at it. Does it not just shine? Look at this car. It's gorgeous. Now there's a couple little spots in the bumper, but not much. Right here's a couple of spots right there. Who knows what happened there? But look how nice this car is. Now you can hear a nice, clean sound. Runs really well. Back to the clubhouse. What a beautiful ride. The only thing I can say about it, it's just a great ride.